Hello, my dear students. You all are welcome to my geography class. So, today I am here to discuss with you all the topic regional variation in population growth. Okay, and this topic is the last topic from the chapter population, distribution, density, growth, and composition. In this topic, we will be discussing about the variation of population in our country from one region to another or from one state to another. Okay, and also we will be discussing about the national youth policy. Okay, so let us proceed to the discussion. See, in our country, the population distribution is not even. Okay, in our country the population distribution is not even, and there are many states which are having higher population, there are many states which are having less population and all, whereas there are also many states which is having moderate population actually. Okay, and this uneven distribution of population is there in our country because of various factors, because of various physical, social, cultural factors and all. Okay, and even the growth rate of the population, even the growth rate of the population in our country is also not even actually. In some states the growth rate is higher, in some states the growth rate is less. Okay, so here we are trying to explain that the difference in the growth rate, okay, as per the 1991 to 2001 and as per 2001 to 2011 actually census. Okay, see, the growth rate of population during 1991 to 2001 in the Indian states and the union territories, it shows very obvious pattern actually. Okay, so as per the data, census data from 1991 to 2001, the Indian states and the union territories, it shows a very obvious pattern of population growth. Okay, like the states like Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Puducherry, and Goa, they show a low rate of growth, okay, not exceeding 20% over the decade. So basically, in these states, okay, the growth rate is not more than 20% over the decade, over the entire 10 years and on, okay. And of all the states, Kerala has registered the lowest growth rate. Okay, of all the states mentioned here, Kerala has recorded the lowest growth rate during the year 1991 to 2001. Okay, and if we see, okay, the continuous belt of the northern plains and all, okay, so they have a little bit higher growth rate actually. Okay, a continuous belt of states from the western to the eastern part, okay, in the northwest part of our country, in the northern part of our country, and as well as in the north central part of the country, has relatively high growth rate than the southern states. So here it can be said that the North Indian states, okay, some of the eastern states, okay, and some of the states in the northwestern part of our country, they have recorded a higher growth rate than the southern states actually. Okay, and basically the states which has recorded a higher growth rate during this 1991 to 2011 year are Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, Sikkim, Assam, West Bengal, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, and Jharkhand. And in these particular states, the growth rate range between 20 to 25%. Okay, so here we can see that in this particular belt, the growth rate was quite higher, okay, than the South Indian states. Now, if we see the data from 2001 to 2011, okay, the growth rate of almost all the states of our country and the union territories has declined. Okay, the growth rate of all the states and the union territories of our country has declined during the census year 2001 to 2011. Okay, as compared to the census year of 1901 to 2001. Okay, see, the percentage decadal growth rate of the six most populous states, okay, that is Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh, had fallen during the year 2001 to 2011 as compared to 1991 to 2001. Okay, and there are various reasons responsible for it. Okay, and the main reason which we can say is the decline in the birth rate actually. Okay, the fall being the lowest for Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and the the least growth rate was recorded in Andhra Pradesh, where only 3.5% okay was the growth rate. Okay, and highest for Maharashtra 6.7%, Tamil Nadu 3.9%, Puducherry 7.1%. Okay, these are have registered some increase during 2001 and 11 over the previous decade actually. These are the states which have recorded little bit of growth rate during okay than the previous decade 1991 to 2001 actually. Okay, so this shows us about the variation, okay, about the regional variation of population growth in our country. Okay, so here we have tried to compare the growth rate between the decade 1991 to 2001 and between the decade 2001 to 2011. Okay, so here we have seen that the decadal growth rate for the entire country as well as for all the states and the union territories of our country has recorded a lower growth. Okay, has the growth rate has declined as compared to the earlier years and all, earlier decades and all. Okay, so which is a positive indicator. Okay, which is a positive indicator that the people are becoming more conscious about family planning, the birth rate is reducing, people are becoming more literate. Okay, as well as it also shows that there is an improvement in the socio-economic condition of the country actually. Okay, so this is what about the regional variation in the population growth of our country. Okay, next, we are going to discuss now about the adolescent population. Okay, what do we mean by adolescent population? Okay, why this adolescent population are so important? Okay, and what are the different initiatives taken by the government? Okay, uh, for the betterment of this adolescent population actually. Okay, so as we know that India is a country, okay, where a majority of the population belong to the youth stage. Okay, the young ones actually. Okay, most of the population they belong to the younger age groups. Okay, so it is very much important to study about those group of people, about the young people and all. Okay, an important aspect of population growth in India is the growth of its adolescent. Okay, and at present, the share of the adolescent population in our country is 20.9% as per 2011 census. Okay, as per 2011 census, 20.9% of the total population are the adolescent people. Okay, are the adolescent population. And who are this adolescent population actually? As per the census, okay, a child or a person belonging to the age of 10 to 19 years, within the age group of 10 to 19 years, are considered as adolescent population. Okay. Out of this adolescent population, 52.7% are the males and 47.3% are the females. Okay. The adolescent population, though regarded as the youthful population having high potential, but at the same time they are quite vulnerable if not guided and channelized properly. Okay, so this group of people, okay, the people between the age group of 10 to 19 years, these are the most important group of population of our country, because in the future this group of people are going to lead the country, they are going to help the country in its socio-economic development. Okay, so this group of people needs more focus. Okay, they have a high potential, but at the same time they are also having various kinds of problems. Okay, and they need to be guided properly so that these resources can be utilized, okay, in a better way. So this group of adolescent people, they suffer from various problems. Okay, and some of the problems of adolescent populations are such as lower marriage at age, basically, which we see in case of our rural part of, okay, rural areas, that the males and the females, especially the females, they get married at a very lower age. Okay, which is a major problem for the adolescent group. Okay, illiteracy, even in the rural areas, okay, the level of literacy is very less. Okay, and the female literacy rate is even more less, okay, than the overall literacy actually. So this is one major problem actually. School dropouts, low intake of nutrients, high rate of maternal mortality of adolescent mothers. Maternal mortality means during the time of giving birth to the child, when the mother dies, actually that is known as maternal mortality. Okay. Even there are also many cases of HIV and AIDS infection among this adolescent group of people. Physical and mental disability or retardedness among these people. Okay, drug abuse and alcoholism, which is a main problem of the adolescent people. Okay, juvenile delinquency and committance of crimes. Many a times we see that this group of adolescent peoples, okay, they fall into the trap of antisocial activities, okay, and they are engaged in various kinds of crime. Okay, so these are the different problems, okay, which are being faced by the adolescent population of our country, and we need to guide them properly so that they are not they does not become victim of such kind of problems and all. Okay, they can lead a better life and they can help the country in its development. Okay, so, as we said that the adolescent population are the most important for our country, so the government of India has taken various initiatives, okay, for betterment of this adolescent population. And one such initiative taken by the government of India is the National Youth Policy of 2014. Okay, in view of the problems of adolescent population, the government of India has undertaken certain policies to impart proper education to the adolescent groups so that their talents are better channelized and properly utilized. Okay. So the government of India, okay, has taken various policies to impart education to the children's, okay, or to the people belonging to the age group of 10 to 19 years, so that they are able to utilize the talent and which can help, okay, in help them in their future actually, and also help the country in its development. Okay, the National Youth Policy is one example which has been designed to look into the overall development of our large youth and adolescent population. So, the main objective of the National Youth Policy is to empower the youth, is to develop them, okay, mentally, physically, socially, economically, as well as by providing them with better education facilities. Okay. The National Youth Policy or the NYP 2014, launched in February 2014, proposes a holistic vision for the youth of India. Okay. And here the main objective of the National Youth Policy is to empower the youth of the country to achieve their full potential and through them enable India to find its rightful place in the community of nation. So the main objective of this policy is to empower the youth, and how this empowerment can take place by providing them with education, by providing them with technical education, by improving, by developing their skills and all, so that they can use their full potential and which will ultimately help the country in its development. Okay. And this national youth policy has defined the youth as the person whose age group lies between 15 to 29 years. Okay, so any person or okay, any male or female who lie between the age group of 15 to 29 years are considered as the youths. Okay, as per the national youth policy. Okay, so this is what about the national youth policy. Okay, and this is one of the most important measure taken by the government of India for the development of the youth. Okay, apart from these objectives, okay, the government of India has also formulated the national policy for skill development and entrepreneurship in 2015 to provide an umbrella framework to all skilling activities being carried out within the country and to align this to common standards and link skilling with demand centers. Okay, so the government of India has set up many skill development courses, skill development institutes and all, where the youths will be provided skill based training, okay, and which will help the country, okay, which will help the youth in improving their skills and all, so that we can meet the demand, okay, we can meet the demand of skilled person in our country. Okay, so this is what about the national youth policy, okay, which was launched in 2014 for the adolescent people as well as for the development of the youths actually. So I hope you all are clear about this topic. Okay. So thank you my dear students.